What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today you're in for a treat. I'm gonna take this A1H gameplay footage and we're gonna turn it into something special using the replay function in War Thunder. This whole video is gonna be on how you can use the replay in War Thunder that's offered to us to make pretty much anything you do in the game completely epic. So sit back, relax, save this video, please give it a like, and I'm gonna show you how to use it like a boss. Let's go. Alright guys, so if you made it here, I'm gonna add one more thing. If you have any questions on the matter, leave it down in a comment below and I will make sure to respond to you personally to answer any of your questions. So we're gonna get right into it here. This is our replay. This is the game. This is gonna be the complete replay. And so what you'll realize is you cannot rewind and replays. Now there was a time, I think a year or two ago, where they were going to add that feature, but they never added that feature, and it's okay because that would just add a lot of complexity to the replay system as it is already. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to push play, and you have all your options here. Normally you'll be on the left over here, and what that's going to do is it's going to load in the game. Normally around 40 seconds is when the game will start. So, and if you remember correctly, what we want to do is, there we are, we're loaded in. We want to get to the plane section because that's what we're going to do our replay on, is the plane. So what we're going to do is just fast forward this to time 16 and push play, and that's going to take us to where we want to start recording. Boom. All right, so we're dead. Here we are. We're in our plane and we're going to start this process. Now let's go over what you need to do to be able to get cool shots in the replay. The first thing you're going to do, let's go ahead and go to our settings here. You're going to go into controls and you're going to go over, you're going to leave it where it's at. I think it's in common. You're going to type in HUD. All right. You need to bind that. And what that's going to do to hide HUD is it's going to go from this, which you see on basic channels, people that just throw a replay out there, and that will take you to this, and that is much better, my friend. You don't have the names, the generic look. It's funny, Thunder Show, they want you to send in the replay file so they can edit it, but this is what Thunder Show end up looking like. It doesn't even look good. So that is your main thing, is to hide HUD, and that's going to get you where you can look professional in a sense. So let's go over the other controls. So at the replay, what you'll have is you'll have these basic controls, these default views. Number one is, of course, your just regular default view. It just looks like this. You can still use your mouse look activation to go around, and then you can do player view. So what that would mean is this is what I would see in the game. This is it follows my exact movement, my exact everything I did in the game. Player view is what it just mimics that. Going from there, you have flyby, and it's pretty much, once you push a button, it's gonna give you a new view. There's not really much control you can do with it. It does look kind of cool if you want to do some cool little cinematic stuff, if you want to mess with it, but it's not going to take you to the next level that I'm going to show you right here, how to get to that level. So what you want to do is go back to your controls, and you're going to go to spectator camera. And now what that's going to do, I think by default it's still WSD, everything else. What that's going to do is allow you to move the camera around to get a better view. And that's what, so on a keyboard you'll notice it's kind of abrupt and not really smooth. I use a joystick, so I have an access control on my So yeah, make sure you get that camera, spectator camera. So I have an access control on the replay. So what that allows me to do is it allows me to be a little bit more smooth with it. So what you want to do is push free. Free's gonna get free camera. That means this camera is not attached to anything anymore. So we still have our mouse looked activation. We can use our mouse to kind of look around, but now we have our access on our joystick to really get that freedom that we want to use the replay with. And like I said, you can use a keyboard for this, but you'll notice it'll be a little bit more snappy, but it is possible. And I believe it's already I think it's already a generic setting that's already sitting down there. So like I said, so that really helps with the quality of replay itself, and that's free. So like I said, free is not attached to anything. It does have its limitations. When let's play this right now, we're in free look, the plane's gonna disappear on us. So we can try to, let's slow it down so we don't get into battle all the way, but we can try to catch up to the airplane by going forward. But as you can see, it's kind of frustrating. It can easily it can just get out of hand quick, where next thing you know, you have to restart. So that's free. And now what that will also allow you to do is allow you to kind of zoom in and out the battlefield, kind of go where you want to go. If you want to get into a general direction, or let's say you want to get into, I don't know who I kill first in this game, but if we're going to get to a general area, we can kind of have a little more freedom. Let's say going in on this intro, we'll go back to our plane here. We'll go to chase. Now what chase is going to do, chase is going to allow you to stay with the airplane. You'll still have some movement, but it won't get to the point where it's absolutely gone. And it's a good function. It's good to get in the front with it. And I use chase, I would say 70% of the time when I'm trying to do an edit. And if you need to get back to your plane, just go back and push any one of these and they'll get you, because sometimes you will lose sight of everything and you'll kind of get confused in the battlefield. So we got that out of the way. Free chase is what you're going to want to mostly use. And the other thing you're going to want to bind is your slow down and speed up function on the replay. And I have that as page up, page down. I think the settings, I think the pre-settings or page up goes up and page down goes down. On my setup, and I think most computers, page up is actually on the left side. So I actually switched it around so I can control that. I can absolutely control the speed. So if we want to do something like this, let's go to chase. Let's do actually free. So we're going to get in front of the plane here. And this is why sometimes free is really kind of a difficult to use, because if the plane's going another direction, it can easily get you offline. But so what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and what we want to do is, let's say, a flyby. So we want to catch the plane coming by us, right? What we're going to want to do is, we're recording, but we want to get on a path of what that plane's going to be doing. So we're going to slow down that replay by pushing our page up key. And what that's going to do is going to let me see where this plane's going to want to be. And that will get me to where I can get on par with it. And then what we'll do is we'll leave it on half speed. Oh, wrong button. That's not good. That's so stupid. Let's go back to where we were. Now you can't do this on chase. If you do this on chase, it won't let you do the flyby. So this is where free kind of comes into handy. We're going to slow it back down again to half. Get to where we want to kind of be. And now using our page up, page down, we can kind of control it. Pushing space bar is going to make it where you can stop and play. So we're going to make sure we're on line here, and we're going to drop down. Oh, this is really starting to get frustrating. Hold on one second, guys. I switched to another teammate. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Using free, let's say we're going to go through a couple of scenarios real quick, so we kind of understand what the limitations of the system is when it comes to using free or chase. That is pretty much what you'll be using most time, unless you want to get just a generic overall, you know, preset function, but to really make it pop, you really want to kind of use these two in conjunction with each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to slow down our replay using our page up, page down. And what that's going to do, it's going to let me get lined up with the plane where we're going to get that flyby look. So once we know where we're kind of going to get it, and it looks like we'll be right there on line, we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and we're going to go ahead and speed it up right here, and then we're going to hide our HUD. Now it's really important to know where your controls are, because you don't want to have to bring that HUD back up during your recording, or all it's going to do is kind of mess you up in post editing when you get down to the part that you actually need to edit. So let's go ahead and get that, and then we're going to do a little flyby here. Make sure we have our speed set. Yeah, we're going to start here and we'll slow it down when it gets close. We went straight up. So that's where there's no control. All right, so let's do here. Let's see if that's gonna work. Yeah, it is. Okay, so what happened there is that's another issue, and that's why I'm showing everybody all of this, because it's gonna be a learning curve for you. So in that situation, what happened is the plane took another course, you know, so it decided to go up, and since I'm on free, it's not going to follow. Now if you're on chase, it would have followed it. It makes it a little bit easier, but to get that flyby look, you're going to have to end up switching to free, or you're going to be fighting that chase view the whole time. So let's see if we're on par here. We're going to turn on our HUD again, make sure we're good, got our speed down, and then we're just going to have this thing fly by. Just like that. And all we're doing is, when you're making a video like this, or you're using the replay, you're getting little pieces at a time that you can put into one big story. All right, so now we're going to go back to our plane, and let's go ahead and use one of the main little functions that it comes with. All right, I don't like rotation like that because it doesn't really stay in the same place. It's kind of quite frustrating, but something like this will work. Let's pop it up to maybe half speed. Take off the HUD and just let the replay pretty much do itself, do the work itself. She'll fly by pretty cool here. It should look pretty sweet too. So, and then what I do is, like, so that right there, not really a big fan of it, but I do like this view here. And remember, these are all presets, and there's no way to guarantee that camera view again, so you kind of just got to keep messing with it, you know what I mean? And it'll eventually get you where you kind of want to be. So I kind of want that other view again. Let's see if we can make that work. Let's see how that's gonna be. Do a little test. All right, I want to speed it up. Let's see, we want to speed that up. Let's speed it up to that. All right, so now we got our first rockets off, and then what we're going to want to do here is HUD back on, and then we're going to kind of see. I kind of like that view. That's just a generic view as well, but we can roll with it. Let's leave it how exactly it is, and let's see if we can get a clip out of it. And guys, it's all just learning and being creative. There is literally times that I'll do this, and you know, it's just the way it turns out, it's just perfect, you know, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it sucks and you got to redo it, but that's all part of the fun, right? So let's see what this is going to do. There we go. Perfect. A little bit of rocket shot, and then what we'll do is go over to free. Oh, I gotta take that off. So we'll go over to free. What we can do actually is, see the rockets, we can slow this down, and then what we're going to want to do is slow it down slower than the rockets. Take off HUD, and we're going to want to follow the rockets in if we can. Straight to the ground. And why we go straight into the ground, because we're going to take that out in editing. So it's not necessary to stop everything, because we're going to be using all this in one in editing. It's going to stop the video. Well, let's see what we want to do. See if we can get, really want to see if we can get anything that they want to give us. Let's do that right there. Where we at? We're at 6.7. Let's speed that up to, let's go full speed on it. Perfect. We'll do chase now, and let's get closer. There. Now we'll go to chase here, and what that'll do is it'll put us in a little bit better of a position than being so far off. A little less work. HUD off. Full speed should be fine here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this. We're not going to use this in our edit, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to use it so the next, when we turn in again, we can be on the page or be on target what we want to see. We're actually going to zoom out a little bit. All right. I do like that. Like I said, this is all learning, you know, it's all being creative and just getting part of it. So let's do that again. Got to get that one setting off. So what I kind of like right there is, even though we didn't really do anything, we got to deploy our flares, so we can really kind of use that to pop the video. We're going to slow it down though, so it looks really cool, and then we're going to play it out. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the flare exactly where I wanted, but it's alright, we'll be fine. I probably won't make it into the edit. Let's do free. Chase. Let's see what that looks like. Looks pretty good. Let's make sure we're on free. And what that's going to allow us to do is going to allow us to not get caught on the plane. Half speed's fine. Just like that, it's perfect. That's all you want. Chase. Try to pull this down a little bit. I'm going to slow this down a lot and kind of see what we're going to do here. For some reason it's not really wanting to kind of get where I want it to be. Right there looks fun. And now all we're doing is using our joystick to follow. Using our controls to get on par. Unfortunately, that bomb didn't kill. I wish it would have. That would have made this really sick. And then we're just going to kind of overpass our plane. And that's going to be it for that scene right there. We'll switch to a generic view. I kind of like that right there. Let's go ahead and do it. We're at full speed. And now what I want to do is go back through our generic, and I want to get the on wing view. I wish this would stay, because I do like this view. Too bad we're in trees right now. And that's the problem with the generic sometimes. There's really no control on it. At least not the control you want. This is the view I want right here. We're gonna slow it down, make sure we like it. Really slow. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll go half speed on it. And half speed is normally a good start. You don't gotta really worry about it. This, yeah, should be fine right here. I think that's our target right there. Once we drop the bombs, we're going to switch. All right, so we just dropped that bomb. Now what we're going to want to do is get into free. And what free is going to allow us to do is this magic right here. It out. There we are. That's all we need. Now I'm gonna go back to our plane. It looks good right there. Let's do chase on that. I like that look. We got popping flares too. Nice. So we're gonna slow this down a quarter. And what we want to do is really trying to catch those flares. Unfortunately, we missed them. And we'll pass it so we can move transition onto our next shot. What's that look like? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's see. Let's do free because I like that look, but I want it to pass us. You know what I mean? I don't want it to take us with. I don't want it to take us along the ride. I want it to kind of pass us. And I'm going to go ahead and preemptively try to predict the path of this plane. Yeah. So let's slow it down a little bit and get that look right here. And we'll speed it up. Quick check on the speed. We're at 250, so we can go another quarter. Slow it down. We're going to keep this in one view if we can. All right, and we lost it, so we're not going to chase it. If we keep chasing like that, we're just going to completely get overwhelmed. So we're going to switch over to another view. Check our speed. Yeah, it's starting to get frustrating. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's got a mind of its own today, unfortunately. Here we are. What's our speed? We're 8th. I don't want to be in 8th. Perfect. Let's do chase again. And chase is going to give us that ability to kind of be free. We're going to try to back off a little bit because we are a little bit too close. And then we're going to miss the attack run, so I'm going to kind of at least get a transition to cut out. Perfect. So we got our transition to cut. You always want to get a transition to cut because if not, it kind of looks a little cheesy. And now, so that's going to, we'll do a really slow shot here. Really slow. We'll slow it down super far. Looks good right there. Now what we'll do is we'll switch to that player's view. So we'll turn HUD back on. Black Wolf is what we're going to look for. So we'll go over here to Black Wolf. Where is he at? He's right there. He's top of the team. No, it's not top of the team. All right, and then now we're in his view, and there we are right there. So what we'll do here is we want to do chase, and that will give me. Actually, hold on. How do I want to do this? Let's do. I want to make sure I don't want to miss it. That's the other problem. You can easily miss this. Do we have control of this? We do, but not too much. We'll switch here. This is fun. Slow it to, we'll do 16th. Is that fast enough? Should be fast enough to see the rockets come in. That's a little bonus with the P63. He's 61. Or what is it? I was at 63, right? Beautiful. Absolutely love that. Love that to death. And then what we'll want to do here is we'll find us. I don't know where we are at the moment, but we'll want to keep it slow. And we'll kind of transition up to our plane if we can find it. We lost it, so we're not going to fight that. If we fight it, you'll just, if you keep fighting the replay, you'll completely get away from yourself. So let's go back to free if we can. I don't think we'll be able to see it, but we can use the HUD off or the HUD on to kind of see where we are, to see if we want to chase it. Yeah, I'm popping flares right there. That's actually a really cool shot, dude. Let me slow that down a lot. Speed it up a little bit. Perfect. And we'll go back to mine. And here we are. Some random cinematic stuff, you know, just see if we can get anything we like out of it. Kind of like that. We'll see what that does. If it would slow down, I'd really like that. No, not a fan. I want the other one. That's cool. That's enough on that. That's a cool shot. Might use that, might not. It just depends. Oh, that's a cool shot, isn't it? So we'll do free on that. And what that'll allow us to do, it'll allow us to back off of our plane here, and we can chase in these rockets again. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I got this guy or not, but we should be able to find out here. HUD off. A little more speed. Almost killed our friendly right there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I like that look right there. Perfect. I like that as well. Looks like we have 2 rockets left, which is, I don't know how many more kills I get in this match. I know this was a 9-kill run. Perfect. I like that right there. Actually, let's slow it down a little bit. Absolutely perfect. So, I know for a fact, now that I know that's an ass horn, he's definitely going to be dead. So again, we're going to follow that in. Free it down, slow it down. Should be able to cake pop with that. HUD off, and then let's play it. I'll slow it down 1. Perfect. We should be able to kind of cinematic get out of these trees. Find our plane right there as she is. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see how we want to do this. I think it's just one more kill like that. Not a fan, actually. Changed my mind. That looks good. Using the replay slow, we'll slow it down. We should have our target here in effect, right? Should be top down on. Now we'll get one more cool little cinematic shot if we can. Just slow-mo, straight into the ground, super slow, super slow. Let's see what that looks like. You guys see we lost a little view, we don't want to do that. Add a little bit to the cinematic by rotating, and we'll slowly rotate out of here and speed up the replay as we go. Beautiful. And that's gonna do it, I think. All right. So we will go ahead and I think that turned out okay. And like I said, I could do this 150 times, and it's gonna be different 150 of those times, and that's what makes it fun, and it gets your brain going. It makes it a little more creative, adds a little bit of zest to your channel. Or if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're not always saving recordings, it gives you an option to, if you do something really cool, to sit back and you know, make something where you can show your friends, you know. So that's gonna do it. I'm gonna quit replay, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna edit that together, and I'm gonna play that here in another second. So enjoy this video. We just made this together, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.
The sky so far